Got 55 baby weaners here. They've been taken out twice into the paddock, but they haven't really been taught anything else. They don't know how to walk or flow properly or pull up. So we're going to be doing stress off. Insert here whose technique this is, but it's basically trying to get them to walk in straight lines and flow. And yeah, this is how we're going to do it. We've got my puppy dogs here in the middle of the yard, so if I need them, I can just ask them to hop OUT. Righto. As you can probably already see, these kids are very chill. We select for temperament, so they're already not too fussed by what's happening. And I actually have to up them a fair bit with my body to get them moving. But they do eventually end up responding, which is nice. Good kids. And you'll be seeing some funky dance moves now. They do work. You feel like a cockhead, but they do work. To explain what I'm doing in the most basic way is to say that I want my feet to be parallel with the cattle's movement. I'm trying to look after my lead here. I want my lead beast, my lead steer, my lead heifer to keep on marching on and to keep that flow on, while also making sure that my tail is keeping up with them. And the way that I do that is by making sure that I'm never blocking them. So as they turn that corner, I have to be incredibly super aware of where my feet are so that they're not being blocked around every corner. Another thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stay in the middle of the mob. So if I get too far back and just push them from behind, that lead, so you can even see some cattle there turning around and looking at me because I was a bit too far back. They want to see what's going on. If I'm behind them, cattle are going to want to see what's going on. So if you can stay in the middle of the mob, keep the lead moving while also putting pressure on the tail, that's the best thing you can do.
Lock it up.
When I say that I was raging internally, I really was. I'd had a good flow on my cattle and that dog got out and blocked it. I thought she did it on her own until I watched the footage back and realised that I had actually said the word back. I'm a bit hot. So again, that's me trying to teach the weaners just to move in a flow as a mob and keep walking and not sit in corners. So if one pings off under the pressure, he gets more pressure and gets relief when it goes back into the mob, as well as you get pressure if you don't move. So the goal here is cattle that walk in straight lines and walk together and move off pressure nicely. Now we've got some puppy dogs, and watch this whirlwind come in. So I've got 4 dogs with me. One of them is a 1-year-old, one of them is a 3-year-old, the other one's 2, and the other one is 5. So they're all quite relatively young except for the 5-year-old. So they really, really still want to get to the head of the beast. Their instinct to go and block the beast up and go to its head is still very strong, as you can see there with the pockets. She wants to get there, she wants to stop them, and I'm just teaching her that we're working off balance right now. That's not what we're doing. I need you to stay at the back of the mob while I move the lead. Here we have a gorgeous little inquisitor, and that's blocking Fancy there. We've got some barking happening from Basalt. I tried leading him for a bit to see how it would go, but the dogs got too tired and too hot too quick, and I didn't have enough dog power by the end of it. So here's another little inquisitor, gorgeous. And some more buffing, keeping that tail coming. Now after this little bit of force here, after this, how nice is that? Look at that flow that they've got going on. Oh, beautiful. Now things did get a little bit messy here. They all wanted to block them up again, but I think the lead was being a bit cheeky. They weren't walking on the fence. Now since they were doing that, I started doing a thing that Joni Hall taught my sister, is to push one stationary one out. So it's exciting for the dogs on the tail, so they don't feel like they need to go to the head. Again, trying to get the dogs to stay on the tail. We finally get there, but have a look at the flow of the cattle. They're doing pretty good, really. And missed a lot of good stuff down this right wing, but that's all right. We had a win, really. Had a quick bogey. Had a big drink of water. Moss is feeling it. Big fella doesn't really like the heat too much. You're all right. I've done clockwise, and it's taken 40 minutes, so I'm going to do anti-clockwise. See how we go. I think I was a bit out of practice, out of rhythm, but I think I got it down pat, so hopefully anti-clockwise will take less time. Also, I might bring in the dogs a bit earlier, because fuck, they're handy. Now, to just even compare them from the first video, see how they're moving off my body so much nicer? Before, they wouldn't even move off my body properly. So it's pretty exciting, really. I know that I'm not doing everything perfectly, and it's a bit of a shit show, really. Still learning a lot. I'm not perfect at this at all, but when you get little wins, it's pretty nice. And our cattle are nice, but they're also not perfect. They've got some good traits and they've also got some bad qualities that we still have to address. So it's all about having an open mind and making sure that you're actually acknowledging the good and the bad so you can improve. And yeah, we're getting there. It's all good fun. Doing weaners is good fun, but they're moving quite nicely, eh? How exciting. Oh, here we go. We've got a side step here. I'm trying again to keep my body language parallel so I'm not blocking the lead or anything. I should say too, this is only 50 head, but you can do it with 300, 400, 500, 1,000, I don't know. Just, you need to have the numbers, so if you're not doing it with more than one person, dogs, I suppose, but yeah. And they didn't go right into the corner there. They kind of... Oh, my phone went flat, but this is them camped down. I was pretty happy with how these weaners turned out. There was a few things I didn't get around to do due to time restrictions and trying to get other jobs done on the property, but those things that I didn't get to do was get a proper nice lead on them, so I didn't get to teach them to lead properly, and there was probably a bit too much block up and graze. I didn't get to walk them properly around the paddock or anything, but they're pretty chill and I think they're going to graze and not walk fences, so I'm pretty happy with that, and they should be nice to move in the yards. Maybe a bit doughy still, I didn't get to bag them, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching.